What's cracking, y'all? You are now watching Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today. All right, now check me out. This kid, Cooper Flagg, I've been hearing about this kid for maybe a couple of months now, something like that, handful of months. I've been hearing about Cooper Flagg, and I never actually watched him play. Just people were comparing him to Larry Bird. One, because he's a white American, and B, because he's absolutely dominating and apparently he has some Larry Bird qualities to his skill set, is what they're saying. Like I said, I have not seen him play, and it's been on my list to eventually do some content, or at least one video reacting to him and giving my opinion on the highlights from this young man. And I think he's 16 years old, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but 16 years, he's in high school, I know that much. Whether he's 16 or 17, around that age in high school. So even if he does make it to the league, we still got a couple more years and he can still develop a lot more. But one of our great subscribers and supporters here brought him up to me. So shout out to R Green, who said to me on a different video, maybe it's time to look into Cooper Flagg, a 16-year-old basketball phenom they like to compare to Larry Bird. And I was basically like, yeah, I know about this kid. I hadn't seen him yet, and you know, I was planning on checking him out one of these days. And then R Green responds, he's lanky like Bird, has a sweet outside shot like Bird, he can jump out of the building, and is just going to start his senior year in high school. We know there is no reason at this point, probably never, to put him in any category with Larry Bird. I'm still going to keep an eye out on his career. It looks promising. Looking forward to hearing your analysis. All right, well, shout out to you, R Green 1107, and here we are. Cooper Flagg, about to go into his senior year. Current phenom. Let's get into it. Nice move. Stop on a dime, behind the back, fade. Looks like he got a nice stroke. Nice form. It's no problem getting to the paint, appears. And seems to be a bit of a defensive stopper. Ooh. Gets to his spot, fade on him. He got a nice stroke, man. Ooh, with the left hand. I think he pinned that on the rim. Good recovery. From bringing the ball up the floor, make the right pass, give and go action. Oh man. He has some crazy length. His arms are super long. And he got some bounce to him. With the bounce he has and his length, his arms just stay in the air. Good left hand. Strong take. Looks like he can score in the mid-range, out in the 3 zone, and to the cup. Just covers most areas of the floor. I'm liking his defense. Or at least his shot blocking ability. It's part of his defense. Hang time, control with the left hand, off glass. There's definitely, looking at the competition, nobody that can match his size, agility, speed, dexterity. Okay, nice little hedge there, using your feet, pivot. Good left, man. Good no look. Good no look. Right down the middle. Streaking player. Hang in the air. Get shifty. He is equally as good with his left hand as he is his dominant hand. Love to see it, man. It's going to be hard to, well, it is hard to guard a player like that, because usually you try to figure out a weak side and try to force in that direction, but when you can't really force him any direction outside of trying to force him towards help defense, so it's a lot more difficult to guard a player. Hop step, love to see it. And moving without the basketball, still, I like to see it. Good spin, good pass, and good follow. That was a good feed, and that was a good catch. Ooh, okay, good pass, and there was like 3-4 defenders around him when he caught the ball. Didn't panic at all. Dude, opens the game up so more when you have a comfortable mid-range jump shot. You can just go right into a jumper. Can't tell you how much of a luxury it is to have a player like that. What it does for spacing too. Okay. That was smooth. Didn't get it though. No and one. There it is. There it is. Cooper Green. Cooper Green. I won't have a whole lot to say just because I did some talking during the video for my closing remarks. But one thing I did like that I saw him go on a fast break and went into a spin move to finish at the rim. I also see him come baseline in the half court and get past the defender with a hop step and then finish at the basket. You don't see that anymore in the NBA. And honestly, at any level of basketball, you don't see that no more. Like, hop steps are still effective. Spin moves are still effective to shade defenders. Now everybody just does Euro steps all the time. Euro step, Euro step, Euro step, Euro step. And half these people can't even do a Euro step without traveling, whether they call it or not. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's good to see him use his feet like that and use his body like that, and it just shows so much versatility and a possible wider range, wider repertoire of moves this kid might have that I haven't seen yet. But it's good to see him do hop steps and spin moves. Not everything has to be a Euro. Even, getting into the paint, holding the ball close to your chest between two defenders and then releasing it. Stuff like that I like to see because I just don't see it that much anymore. But yeah, the kid at 16 years old has a lot of size. Obviously, most of the players from those highlights anyway paled in comparison to him, to his height. But looking at his skill set, what he's able to do with the basketball, which is becoming the norm now. We're seeing more players with length that can do more, have more shooting guard skills, have more point guard skills with the basketball. That's becoming more of a norm as the game tends to evolve. So, but he has a nice handle on the ball. Seems to be a pretty good passer. I haven't seen anything like, he's a phenomenal passer, but a good passer. He saw some good outlets, made some good no-look passes, and just making the right play. But I really like the fact that he has a pretty stroke. I'm looking at the guide hand, I'm looking at the shooting hand, the release, the follow through. His feet are set, shoulders square, all that stuff. All that stuff look good, and I've seen him, fade and drift when needed to offset for the defense, whichever way he needs to. But really having that mid-range jumper and feeling comfortable with that mid-range jumper and firing on it, also being that you have the long ball and you got the short game at the rim, finishing right hand, left hand, off backboard, nice touch, finishing with authority, all of that gives him a limitless scope for scoring in the half court especially, and in the full court. And with that, the type of opportunities that opens up for the team offensively is tremendous, especially that he can handle the ball too and seems like a solid passer. And very well, I expect this kid to improve on all those things as he gets older, more mature, and more acclimated to the game of basketball as he gets older. And then with each league you step into, college, you have to adjust to the tempo of that game, the feel for that game. Into the pros, adjust for the tempo of that game, the feel for that game. Because a lot of times you get into this new environment and everything's moving so fast. But once you get experience, the game starts to slow down and you see it different. And it becomes easier and easier and easier, right? But happy to see this. And I'll tell you one reason why I'm happy to see this. And when I say this, people don't take this the wrong way. Some people feel uncomfortable talking about race in certain situations, or why are you bringing up race? It shouldn't be about race. It shouldn't be race. Just listen to what I'm saying, okay? We have never, since Larry Bird, we have never seen another white American represent for an extended period of time as a elite superstar caliber player in the NBA. We have not seen it. We haven't since Larry Bird. Kevin Love had a chance, but 2 years into his prime, 2 to 3 years into his prime, he sacrificed it all to join the LeBron James and the Cavaliers, and he never really tapped into his full potential for a long period of time. Kevin Love was never the same after that, being reduced to a third option. Okay, Kevin Love could have been on some level. I'm not saying he was going to be close to Larry Bird or anything like that. I'm just saying an all-star / superstar level white American for a long period, for a 8 to 10 year stretch. We didn't get a chance to get that from Kevin Love. And for me, it's about representation. I just want to see a white American all-star, superstar caliber player at a very, very high level. I want to see them represented in the NBA. For me, it's about representation. Just like we love to talk about, Giannis Antetokounmpo and how he, represents Greece out here as one of the best players in the game. Luka Doncic representing Slovenia. We talk about that and his European roots. And our boy Nikola Jokic from Serbia, right? We feel comfortable talking about that. And it's the same concept. I want to see a very high level player that's a white American represented in the NBA. We've had some good ones, but they never reached that caliber. Like Tyler Herro's a good player, but come on, he ain't an all-star, superstar level caliber player. What's his name? Gordon Hayward was a solid player, but he never reached those levels. And there's been some others, but there's never been another since Larry Bird. Hasn't been. I want to see the represent. It's about the representation for me. I want to see the representation. For sure. And as far as comparing him to Larry Bird, obviously, like R. Green said, obviously we shouldn't be comparing this kid to Larry Bird, but you like how he's looking, and you'd be like, okay, that right there, kind of Larry Birdish. And Larry Bird was like, what? He's listed at 6'9", but most people that seen him said he was about 6'10". Larry Bird could handle the rock. Larry Bird could pass. Larry Bird could shoot. Larry Bird had limitless, could score from anywhere around the floor. Damn near limitless range. I could see why people want to draw the comparisons. I can understand why. Like the shooting is there, right? The ball handling is there. But we'll see. We'll see how he develops. Larry Bird is one of the greatest passers of all time. Like hands down, one of the greatest passers of every person that could ever pass a basketball that have lived on the planet Earth. Larry Bird is one of the greatest. But obviously, this kid, well, we'll see what he turns into. He has a couple more years before he's eligible to make it to the NBA, God willing, and we'll see what kind of player he becomes. But I can see some small similarities here and there, and just some overarching ideas and concepts where people be like, that's kind of bird-like. But we'll see. But I'm sure, like some of you will put in the comment section, as one person once said, a very famous and legendary person once said, there will never be another Larry Bird. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this one. Let me know what you think about the boy, Cooper Flagg. What do you think about him? What is your analysis of this young man? Have you seen him play before? Appreciate your commentary, or appreciate your comments. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified. I'll catch you on the next one. We out, baby.